Hey, 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 it's freezing cold out here. What the hell's going on? It's supposed to be Los Angeles, right? Land of blue skies, right? When it's blue, I complain that it's hot, and when it's like this, I complain that it's cold, and it's always something to complain about. Anyways, big announcement. Usually on Sunday, I do my TGD Sundays, or contemplative, where we dive into all sorts of different concepts of, expanding your life and things like that. But today we're going to do a little something different just because we have a big announcement, and I'm sure you guys can always use a little break from my ramblings. So here's the dealio. It's been kind of in the works, been talking about it, kind of fussing around, playing around with it a little bit. Jeffrey Gellman, don't call him Jeffrey, only I can call him Jeffrey, and Linda. Jeff is going to set up a couple of workshops or seminars in the UK, one in Glasgow and one in I think West Sussex in England. And we've been talking about, like, we love doing stuff together, and whenever we're together, it's always a really good time. The energy's always crazy. It's always really good energy. We always seem to inspire each other. There's a lot of jokes and fun, and but also a lot of teaching and sharing, and we seem to bring a lot of the best stuff out of each other, which is a good thing. And so we've been talking, and it started out as Jeff's baby, and Jeff's really done a lot of the legwork, or all of the legwork, to make it happen. So I didn't want to step on his toes or anything like that. And so I really I just told him I knew he was going over to a situation that could be kind of volatile. I know that things are pretty heated over there as far as tools and methodology. I wanted to make sure Jeffrey was safe. So I told him I would go just as his muscle, just to keep him safe. If he needed help, if he needed, if he just needed some companionship, if he just needed somebody to hold some leashes and help him out with stuff. So we talked about that, and he told me he was a big boy and he'd be okay. No, he didn't really. I'm sure he appreciated the thought. But we talked about the concept of maybe adding some stuff, and we were toying around with it, and well, maybe we could do I could go over there and help you out with some stuff, and then we could do some Q&As, or we could do some private consults or some private training. And then we started talking about well, man, God, wouldn't it be fun if you're doing 2 days in Glasgow and 2 days in West Sussex? Wouldn't it be crazy if we united forces and spent both of those days actually being able to help more people and having both of us together? And so we toyed around with it, and I wanted to be really careful because it's, like I said, it's Jeff's baby, and he's done so much work to build all this stuff. So I wanted to be really respectful and make sure it was something that felt right for him. And in the end, I think he got excited about the possibilities, of what we could do together, and he's probably just finds me an irresistible travel partner as well. And so he said yes. Sounds like I proposed to him. And so we talked about some of the details, worked out, brainstormed, schemed, as we typically do with all of our plans that we've put into action. And next thing you know, it looks like it's in the books. So yours truly, Sean Patrick O'Shea, of the Good Dog Training and Rehabilitation in Los Angeles and New Orleans, will be joining Jeffrey R. I don't know what his middle name is. Jeffrey R. Gellman. We'll call him R. Ronald. Jeffrey Ronald Gellman in the UK for a smattering of dates of balanced training. This is obviously a handful of seminars / workshops, whatever you want to call them, but there's really a bigger message behind it, and I think the timing couldn't be better for us to go over there to help support other trainers, balanced trainers, people using balanced methods. I know that it's a hotbed of pure positive only training, and I know that, and you probably know that, a lot of the trainers over there catch a lot of hell. So I feel good about us going over there at this time. I'm happy for me and Jeff to take some heat for some folks, and hopefully encourage and cheer on, and maybe maybe help some others kind of step out and take some chances on sharing their tools and methodology, being a little more brave and putting themselves out there in order for the message to spread, in order for owners to see other possibilities, in order for a more balanced conversation to go down. So what's happened a lot in the UK is that there's been basically one side of the message, and that's been the only message that owners can hear. And that message is all these other tools are barbaric torture instruments, and only horrible, mean people, whoops, sorry, I lost my SIM card. Only horrible, mean people use them. And you hear that message long enough, and yeah, who's gonna wanna use horrible, mean people torture devices? Nobody. But what they don't get to see is they don't get to see tools being used in a really fantastic way. Tools being used to help dogs transform. Tools being used to help owners keep dogs in their home and work through major problem behaviors. Tools to like get dogs to stop chasing livestock. Tools to like, you know, get your dog to walk nicely down the street. Tools that don't have, you know, a big dog and a small person get pulled over and get injured. Tools that help dogs stay in homes and live happy lives and help owners get to enjoy those dogs. So that's the message that's not getting talked about. And so what's happened is, and this is really important, is that these trainers in the UK and elsewhere have been really bullied into a corner of silence. And so they don't share a lot of their stuff because the repercussions can be really dire. They get majorly threatened, pressured. You've heard me in the other videos talk about this stuff. So I get why they're quiet, but the unfortunate part of it is it gives perfect permission to the other message to be absolutely unquestioned, to just fly around and be validated as being the truth. And so if you're an owner and all you hear is one side of the story, you don't really you don't even have a fighting shot at knowing what the truth is because you're only hearing one side of things. So with all that said, and knowing the current climate and knowing that dog owners and dogs themselves are not getting the full story and the full truth and the broad spectrum of everything that's actually going on, I'm excited, incredibly excited to go over there with Jeff and help spread the word. Once again, yes, it's about showing the actual people that will be at the seminars and workshops how to use these tools, how to make progress with their dogs, how to make great things happen, how to train at a higher level, all that good stuff. But it's got a bigger message and it's got a bigger mission. And that bigger message and bigger mission is to spread the word of the other side of the story that's not being told. The other side of the story about these tools, that they are in fact the most humane tools, the best for these dogs, oftentimes best for these owners. Not that there's only one set of tools, but that oftentimes these tools are the determining factors whether dogs get to like stay in homes, whether dogs can be enjoyed or walked and all this stuff. And for owners to not know about them, like I can't imagine being in the States and not having like real access to a balanced conversation of like what this, you know, what's available. If I had a dog that I was struggling with and I didn't know that there were great tools out there that could really change my life, I would be like, it would be a really horrible place to be. And then if there were tools out there that were really great, but I've been told that only horrible people use them and they hurt dogs and they damage dogs and they destroy relationships and they ruin spirits and things like that, I certainly wouldn't want to use them. So that's the big mission. The big mission is to go over there, help, you know, the little mission is to help a bunch of people, hands-on. The big mission is to hopefully create an impact and spread the word about the other side of the story and take back, steal back the other part of the story that's been really kind of bludgeoned and beaten down, which is the truth. The truth shall set you free. And my hope is that we're going to get to go out there and share a lot of our truths with some, you know, individuals in an intimate setting, and then hopefully use it as a platform to spread an even bigger message and get more information out there. And honestly, like, I don't care what tools you use as long as they work for you and your dog. I think it's fantastic. If you use clicker and food and that's all you use, that's awesome. But to demonize or bully or terrify, scare the hell out of other folks that want to try or use other things because the tools that you use aren't working for them, that's unacceptable to me. So my mission, and I know it's Jeff's mission as well, is to go out there and try and spread this word and try and get this out there and create a little bit of a ripple effect if we can, with what we're able to do as just two guys, and see if we can't wake some folks up and maybe get a conversation started and maybe just tip things a little bit more in a direction of a more balanced conversation. And I'm not using balanced in a punny kind of way, but in a more balanced conversation. So people have at least the opportunity to see both sides and then make a decision. Like, honestly, that's all I want owners to do. I just want you to have the option. I don't want you to use a prong collar or an e-collar. I want you to use whatever you want to use. I just want you to know how the tools work. I just want you to know what they can do and then make a decision if it works for you or if it's good for you, if it's a good fit for you and your dog. If not, that's great. But I at least want you to know about them, and I want you to know about them as objectively and honestly as possible, and then you can make your determination. You hate them? Cool. If you like them? Cool. If not, it doesn't matter to me. I just want you to know about them so you can be informed, be an informed dog owner, and then do the very best to take good care of you and your dog. That all said, right? Just off the cuff, shooting from the cuff. So basically, here are some of the details that I've got. My arm is just about to fall off. It looks like, if my dates aren't incorrect, and I'll try and like make this stuff a little more firm in the text, but it looks like, I think I just stepped in poop too. Sure, yep, like a magnet on these shoes. Anyways, so it looks to be Glasgow, Scotland on the 1st and 2nd of July, right? It's gonna be Saturday and Sunday, I think, is the 1st and 2nd. It's gonna be 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. of training with me and Jeff. It's gonna be super awesome, right? 9 to 5, it's all day long, 2 days, back to back in Glasgow. I don't know how many working spots versus observation or audit spots there'll be. Jeff will be posting all that information up, but it's going to be a very cool situation where you get to like bring dogs down, and we're actually going to work hands-on with you guys, and it's going to be amazing. Going to be super fantastic and amazing. And after that, on both nights, on Saturday and Sunday, there's going to be from 6 to 9 Q&A. And that will be a separate entrance. That will be something for people that you don't necessarily have to have even gone to the workshop or the seminar, but you might want to come in and do a do the Q&A with us, and you might want to talk about business. You might want to talk about other challenges in your life. You might want to talk about training, specifics, concepts, tools, theories, whatever it is. It's all on the table. It's wide open. 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 3 hours of open discussion, Saturday and Sunday. On Monday, there'll be a big pack walk, barbecue, and then me and Jeff will be doing private one-on-one sessions, if I'm not mistaken, on Tuesday and Wednesday, which I guess fall, I think, on the 4th and the 5th of July, right? And then we head on down, party on down to West Sussex, England, for July 8th and 9th, which will once again be a Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days, training with yours truly and Jeffrey Gellman. Don't call him Jeffrey. And after that, there'll be Q&A sessions exactly like the ones in Scotland, 6 to 9, if I'm not mistaken, 3-hour Q&As. And I'm telling you guys, Q&As, like, they may seem like just an add-on. I'm telling you, Q&As can be incredibly valuable things where you go in with specific questions and you have the ability to actually interact and exchange information and ideas that you're trying to work through with somebody that has answers for you. You can find some pretty amazing insights rather than just like typing in a question or something like that. When we can go back and forth with you live and in person like that, we're actually able to do quite a bit of stuff, whether it's business or training or whatever. I feel pretty confident about what we can offer for that. So that's an exciting thing, and me and Jeff tend to really thrive in the Q&A setting and really enjoy it, and just love being able to turn lights on for people and get people to be, you know, excited about possibilities and show them how they can maybe do things differently business-wise or training-wise or whatever. And then once again, there's going to be a pack walk on Monday, so that'll be the 10th, right? If I'm not mistaken, 8th, 9th, 10th. And from there, I'm not sure if there's any other like one-on-one training stuff going on, but that's what I do know. So that's the scoopity scoop. That's the big stuff I've been kind of like hinting and flirting around with, and you know, trying to create a little tension, little intrigue. That's what's cooking, guys. I had no idea I'd be headed to the UK. I used to go there all the time. I love it over there. When I was a musician, I was in the UK probably like every other month, if not more. So I do love it over there, and I'm excited to get back. I've got a lot of friends over there. So yeah, so that's what's cooking, guys. Big announcement. Me and Jeff, Glasgow and West Sussex in July. It's gonna be a pretty big shebang, and like I said, if you're looking to get help with your dog, or you're looking to get help with your business or anything else, a lot of resources there, a lot of help available. But most importantly, it's about this mission. We want to get the message out, just so there's at least the opportunity for owners to have access to all the information. That's all we want. All we want. I just don't want people bullied. I don't want people lied to. I don't want a bunch of like doctored up science or images or bullshit, whatever it might be, that are telling or freaking people out to where they won't even look at a possibility. That's what I don't want. What I want is, I just want you as a dog owner to have the ability to objectively check things out, kick the tires, see what you think, and make your own determination. Whatever you want to use, I love it. I just want you to have the ability to not be bullied and actually look at something objectively and figure it out and see what you think. So that's my mission, and I think Jeffrey is right along with me on that. Anyways, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna get out of here. Lots of stuff going on. Freezing my behind off. This hand is currently frozen, and so should be a big deal, guys. I don't have information currently. I don't have information about how to get tickets, so I'll hopefully have that soon. Any information I can get, I'll link up in this post. I think Jeff's got an Eventbrite kind of thing going on, but we're still kind of like really cobbling all the pieces together, and it's kind of happened very quickly. So say hi to Belle, everybody. She's doing good, doing much better. So as details and information and links and all that stuff become available, of course we'll make them available to you guys. All right, Sean from the Good Dog coming to the UK. Gonna be crazy. Can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hope to see you guys there, and talk to you soon, guys. Bye.